Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And it is time to take on the EX5 stage of the Tempest Pastry Chef Beatdown battle. Have not attempted it yet, still have that Platinum Hammer to acquire, still haven't done any of the missions, so let's take a look at said missions, besides the normal ones. So we have Clear with Sufia, easy. 11 turns, probably less easy. All magic characters, which is hilarious, because I'm bringing Yuki, who for some reason, they decided to make him physical. So, I mean, nothing against Yuki, my showcase went out today and I was pretty impressed with him, but I'm gonna use him, and he ain't magic. 5 alive, 6 combo of green, we can get turn 1. 2 characters with initial rarity of 4-star or less, we can get that on a different run, but not this run. And then at least 4 body and spirit changing skills, which are going to be your charm skills and Millam's Drago. So you had to use those 4 times, which, I mean, yeah, you can. But one thing I've noticed about this team is that, you know, it's really good for, you know, the first 5 turns or so, because, you know, you send 6 green on turn 1, we're just going to go into it. You send 6 green on turn 1, cool. You do Ramirez turn 2, and by turn 3 you have alts and, like, 100 skill points and everything, and then if you wait another turn and you get, you know, a decently lucky hand, you can get full points and still Ramirez, so you could use the space buff and the alt buff. But once you use those, the magic kind of runs out, because you're not cycling Ramirez, right? And unlike Guy, who gives you 35% alt gauge, but also makes a full hand of greens, like, we might use that to more, maybe better effect, because EX4 for me, getting up to this point, took like 10 turns or something, and by after turn 5, like, you're not getting, unless you're getting really lucky with RNG, you're not getting very good orb sends, you're not getting a lot of points, you're not getting a lot of protection gauge, so it can get kind of rough, and then your damage really drops off, because you're no longer, you know, double, triple, quadruple buffing with, you know, Shion's Pierce and Yuki's AoE and then the alt debuff, like, because those are just too expensive. You only have a finite amount of points. So we'll see how this run goes the first time attempting EX5. We're going to send everything on Hakuro, make sure he dies. Also, good to note that EX3, 4, and 5 now have 50% crit resistance, so yet again another way to push the hero out. Even though she is a space unit, and she is an AoE, so she'd work pretty well, but you ain't using her crit, because she gives you crit, sure, and she lowers crit resistance by 30%. Just 30%. So you still got 20% you gotta get past, and it's gonna nerf your damage, so can't bring her, unfortunately, unless you really, really want to bring the Rewind and just not use her crit buff at all. So there's that. Let's send these greens on Hakuro, because he is the one that will bind you in on turn 5 going into 6 if he's not dead, so we really, really don't want that. We also really, really don't want counters. Really, really don't want counters. Okay, so they love to attack a lot, so now we have 90 points in Ramirez. So what I have been doing on these lead-ups is I've been using the Charm on Hakuro just to make sure we do more damage. We're going to use the Pierce, and we're going to use Yuki's attack buff, because these both last for 3 turns, which means it'll take effect now, and then next turn will technically count as turn 2, but then we'll have their ults, and we can send them to the back. So that's what we're going to try and do. And then we'll get back up to a decent amount of points, and then we're just going to pray that we can get another Ramirez between this turn and turn 4, so turn 5, we can full-on nuke with both the alt debuff, or no, the alt buff, and the space buff from Millam. So there's Charm, then there's Ramirez, so now we have those going. We still have 2 more turns of their alts, and looks like we have a decent hand right here, so you know what, we're going to swap you out for Shinsha, and we're going to swap you out for Mirin. So, I mean, actually, this is really good. I'm going to go ahead and send Millam's alt, because between this turn and the next turn, we're going to have enough to get her alt back. So I don't really have to worry about it. And then these blues will ensure that we get another Ramirez. So, technically, maybe I didn't have to send Millam's ult, because we could have done everything we wanted to on turn 4. but we're just going to do a little bit extra damage, maybe get a little bit extra protection gauge. This will get Milim a hefty amount. Pop, pop. All right. So we got one more turn of the Romorus, so we are good to send this, and I want to make sure that we have orbs for everybody, because what I ran into is not having an orb on the turn 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send these nerfed oranges, because we have a Shinsha orb, we have a Sufia orb coming in, so that guarantees we have everything going. Okay. Pop, pop, and pop. Cool. Awesome. There's the Charm, then there's Romorus, that gets us the ult for Milim. So now I have Shinsha's ult as well, which does, you know, lower, what is it, lower pierce resistance? Am I gonna, hold on. Defense by 10%, which is cool and all, but I'm gonna use the AoE and then Milim. So let's go ahead and get the ult and then the 30% space resistance debuff on Hawkro to make sure he dies here. And then we'll get both of you out of here. For Xion, we'll come in for Sufia. And then Yuki will come in for Shinsha. And we'll have a 5-hand. So now we'll go ahead and use the alt debuff effect, which technically, this is the decision you have to make, right? Since you're doing 3 alts, it's probably best to use the alt debuff here and not Drago, because if I use this, I will not have enough points to use Drago, which is very unfortunate, because I really want Milim to be at her peak maximum potential, but we can't do it. If we had gotten super insanely lucky and gotten like 5 hands of blues for turn 3 and 4, I mean, yeah, we could use Romorus twice, but it didn't fall like that. So let's go ahead and use Romorus, keep the vitalization going on these 3. 80 points now. Let's use that, and then use the space buff. Technically, like, I could do that, and then I could charm somebody. I could charm Hawkero again to make sure we do extra damage, but I'm going to do this so we can buff everyone and debuff everybody, and then we'll see how this goes. Hawkero has 169,000 HP left. There you go. So he's quite a tanky boy now, so we have to make sure that we send everything on him to make sure that he dies. And then we'll send everything else as follow-up. So Milim, 90k, alright. Could have done a lot more with Drago. 63k on Yuki's ult. Xion's ult does 77k against Hawkero. And then the follow-ups will kind of just fall in place. All against Rigard. So that eliminates the bind aspect of this fight, which is really important, because if we were all locked in, we'd have a much less fun time. So, what do we still need to do? We still need to use, 3 more of the body and soul skills, so we need to use 1, 2, and 3 right there. So we could use Drago and send Milim away. She's not going to get any crit or pierce, but that's fine, because she's not getting that anyway. So that's actually what we're going to do. And then we're going to bring in, Sufia for her. And then we're gonna bring in, let's see. Yeah, I guess we can bring in Shinsha for... I guess we just bring in Shinsha for Sufia, actually. Because I'm gonna send both these ults. No, we're not, because I didn't look hard enough and she doesn't have an ult. Well, okay, whatever. Another AoE, and then we'll continue to target Gopta, since he attacks the most out of both of these two. And now you can see our damage is really falling off. He's got extra guard power now, so our normals don't do anything unless we hit that like 20% chance that he's not going to guard. Here's an ult, that's unfortunate. And then here's another ult, which is very, very unfortunate. Alright, so we're taking hits now, which is not really what I want to do. So I want to try and get him out of here and just maintain this level, because Rigard only hits once, if not at all sometimes, so it's going to eliminate a lot of his damage potential, and Gopta is the one giving ult gauge to the units, so really want to make sure he's gone. So let's get you out of here. We have all 3 ults plus a full hand. Not really anything else I can do except use another charm, which also pierce resistance, but no one's piercing, but that is a 3rd body soul skill that we used. So let's send Shinsha first to lower his defense, and then we'll send these. The normals won't do anything, but it'll give us another ult, plus it'll give us Romorus. So defense down, Milim, 42,000, so he's not going to die here. 13k. Someone might die here, actually, from him. Because that's actually really unfortunate. I was kind of hoping he would die. Because, yeah, now they have ults. Alright. That is actually very unfortunate right there. Okay, how much health do you have remaining? 50k. Yuki does like 65 with the quadruple buff going on, so we're gonna lose someone here. Also, what do I not have the heal charm on Romorus? I feel like we haven't been healing at all. Might have to check that on the next run. So this is not gonna be pretty. We're probably gonna die here. 80 points. We can, I guess, use Romorus and then use the alt buff again to lower his resistance as well. This isn't going to be as good as I want it to be, though. That's the only problem. 23k. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So this will kill someone. Gobta will kill someone. Alright. We're gonna... Ooh, and then she... Okay, he's gonna hit Sufia, which is fine. She has the most health. But then the follow-up? No follow-up. Okay. So we have a double ult with Milim. And we have a single target ult with Shinsha. So we can probably get Gobta out of here now. And then we're gonna try and just build up protection gauge for those 40 points. 24k, alright, defense down. Milim will kill Gobta. We're on turn 9, and now we start targeting Rigard, who still has a quarter of his HP left. But see, he only attacks once. We thankfully guarded that. We'll have a Shinsha ult next turn, and we will also hopefully get a Xion ult next turn. Let's do that, and let's ensure that we get another Milim ult. Actually, that's leaving this turn. Never mind. Yeah, let's get the nerfed oranges out of here. So, 33k. And then... Okay, his guard is gone now. And then there's that, and then one hit, and then I think we can call this a win right here. We need to use one more of these skills, so we'll go ahead and use Drago again to make her do a little bit extra damage. Send Shinsha, send Milim, send Xion. We'll send these two, and then that should be the end of this. So 20k, Milim, 37k, Xion, 16.9. So not pretty. We had Yuki die, which is unfortunate. So we're not going to get the everyone alive mission. But we've got we got 6 cores, 5 ores, and 5 of the medium grindstones, I guess. So okay. Let's change the team up and try and get some of the other missions with not the full Space 3.0 team, and we'll try and get a little bit more free-to-play friendly, I guess, or just not this total meta. So we'll be back. Alright, we are back, and we're looking at a much better scenario. We're on turn 4, we've had nothing but greens this entire match, so things have worked out. We're at 184 skill points, we've got a Veldora ready to go. We've got the Sufia ult in the back. We've got, we're everything ready. We've got enough points to use everything. So let's use Drago now. And then we shall bring in Raphael for Isis. Alright, and then we're going to use his debuff and Pierce Rate, and we're going to use it actually on Gobta, because I want to try and get both Hakuro and Gobta dead this turn. I think we have a lot of potential to kill here, so I think we can do it. I don't think we'll be maxed out on Veldora quite yet. No, we need 4 more skills, and we're going to get 3 more, but we'll be fairly close. So I'm going to go ahead and use that on Gobta. We're going to give Pierce to both Dark Milim and Space Milim. It's unfortunate that it wasn't Sufia that got the Pierce, but we'll have to make do with it, alright? So then we'll get you out of here. So there's still 3 alts. Now we can use the alt buff and the space buff. That way we make sure that Sufia's got maximum damage potential now. And Then we'll use Veldora, who's at 65%, so we're just one stack off. So, I mean, we won't be missing too much damage now. So, I'm going to... Let's see, how much health has Hakuro? 211k. I don't know how much Milim is going to do. I assume she's going to do quite a bit. So I'm wondering if the combined ults of Dark Milim and Sufia can kill Hakuro, and then Space Milim can just one-shot Gobta with 276. I guess we'll try it out, because the AoE will lower his health as well. So yeah, we'll do that. And then, oh man, if we had another Space Milim, we could have gotten a 6-hand, but it is what it is. So Sufia, and then Dark Milim. We'll send Space Milim on Gobta, and then we'll send the rest on Hakuro, with the assumption that Gobta dies here. We'll see. So Sufia, 63k. Okay, that's fine. Dark Milim, 66. Okay, that did a lot less than I thought it would. 256, so Gobta is one shot now. And then Hakuro... Alright, we didn't do as much damage as I thought we would against Hakuro, which is kind of unfortunate. Alright, so if we don't kill him here, we will get binded. And unfortunately, we have a good Dark Milim hand if we had enough points for Dark Milim, but we don't, and Hakuro still has 72k HP. So, Space Milim has no orbs whatsoever. We have an Ice Assault in the back, though. It's not going to do 72k, but... And we can't bring her in for Dark Milim, or for Space Milim, because then she wouldn't have an orb. Okay, we're going to have to, we're going to do this for Sufia, and we're going to 5-send with the ult, and we'll just try and do as much damage as possible here, but we're going to get binded in, but we'll have 2 orb changers and almost a Veldora gauge, so this does probably like 16k, maybe less. 13k, so that was close. Alright, now he's got guards, so our normals will do no damage to him. We can only damage him through ults, pretty much. There's the bind, defense goes up, but no attacks, actually. That's actually quite nice. If Gobta was here, he would have given them ults, so I guess that's why we didn't get hit there. So it's good that we got Gobta out of here first. I can deal with the bind. Also, like to point out that I went back and checked, and Romaris did not have the heal charm. She had a gold charm, so I was using her for farming. But we went and put the heal charm on Veldora to keep us, you know, relatively topped up, or at least attempting to. So Dark Milim got binded. I kind of don't want to send this ult, but I think we have to, and get these oranges and maybe get a nice hand of blues next turn, and just do more damage to Hakuro. So that's 20k, that wasn't terrible. Alright, and okay, well, whatever. So we use Veldora, we're going to heal up here. Ooh, they do a lot of damage now. If they hit Milim multiple times this turn, we are probably not going to live. God, how many buffs does this guy have? Crit resistance, 50% attack. Right, that's why. Because we didn't kill. Because if we kill Gobta, then he gives everyone a lot of attacks. So that's the trade-off. Okay. Let's see. How could we have done that different? We would have needed more damage. So I mean, I guess. You could use this team, but if you managed to pull the new Space Shinsha, you could forego the orb change for just the ult boosting, and then the charm and the pierce resistance, which no one, well, Raphael's giving pierce technically. We can't stun you guys though. Alright, well let's see how this goes. Let's go ahead and get Veldora to heal us up even the tiniest bit. Alright, yeah. That's a pretty pathetic amount. Alright. Yeah, we don't do any damage now. We need blues. Oh god, yeah, they hurt. Okay. We're not binded anymore though, so we can get you guys out of here. How many points? We have 111 points, so... We can use this and this. Alright. Oh, I didn't actually have to use the other orb change. That was a waste. Alright, and then we can use Sufia. Okay, ooh, actually, Sufia is low cost as well, so we can use the green buff again. And then we'll bring Sufia in for Dark Milim. And use her orb change. We'll keep our Space Milim in, because we're going to need her ult. Even though she only has one orb. So pop, 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 pop. That gets us Ice Assault. So hopefully next turn if we don't die, we can get Sufia Milim. Their attack buff is leaving this turn. So after this turn, hopefully no one dies. 1, 2. Oh, he does so much damage. Okay. No, he still has an attack buff. He did it again. It's forever. What am I talking about? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's a lot of damage. Alright, we... let's see. He gives it forever, too. We could do both their orb changes. If we reset the cost. And then maybe, if we buff Isis, how much health do we have? 39.5k. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, there's a little bit of heals. We'll do both of their orb changes. That'll be a full hand of green. We could do this. And that's a definitely full hand of green. And then that's a Milim ult. Unfortunately, no Sufia ult, but it's a lot of points, another Veldora, so we can get maxed up here. That's not good. Ooh, that is definitely not good. I can't really decide what I'd rather have here. Would I rather have Gobta alive or would I have had Hakuro alive? Because he just does so much damage. What the fuck? Okay, well. Yes. Exactly what I wanted to happen. Alright, let's fucking do this again. Alright. Alt buff, space buff, Drago. Veldora. So we're gonna kill here, probably. We don't have the 50% ult resistance down from Raphael. We'll have an entire hand of greens, though. And max power from Veldora. So I guess this is a beat it, but don't live. And that's a blue, so we gotta use you. Okay, well, I'm gonna pray that Sufia and Dark Milim can kill here, and then we can send Space Milim on this, and then I assume that Hakuro is dead here. Please die. Good, 50k. Dark Milim, 76k. Space Milim will clean up, 193. Okay. Alright, maybe kill Hakuro. Make sure to kill Hakuro first. We'll come back and I guess we'll see how that goes with making sure he's dead instead. Maybe I'll just do like a very quick edit into that. Alright, back on turn 4. We had enough, we were maxed out on points, we actually had enough to use the Milim Orb change to give us a full hand, which also gave us that last stack of magic damage. So now we are capped out on turn 4, which is actually pretty impressive. But let's see how this goes. Maybe, it's better if I get like a single target ult with like Raphael or something. So instead of doing AoE damage, like we could send 2 single targets against Gobta and then 1 the Dragon Fist against Hakuro. Maybe that'll do it. I've decided to actually target down Gobta and to get his health lower because I'm fairly confident that after the AoE, Space Milim is going to wipe out bitch-ass Hakuro. So let's go ahead and add that 70% here, and then we will try and make magic happen. So AoE, Milim, and then Gobta will get this. And I think we just kind of follow up on Gobta, because I'm certain that Hakuro is dead. So AoE 66, And then okay, so Hakuro's dead, good. Milim, 69k is not great, actually. We get a counter in there. And then the final hit with Sufia being the most buffed, 10.7. And he counters twice. Okay, well, that's hilarious. Alright, there's the Pierce and Crit Seal again, doesn't really matter. So we have 58 points. We could use 2 orb changes here and get a full hand of greens that are still buffed for one more turn. So why don't we go ahead and do that? We can use actually both Milim and Sufia. Yeah, because we'll take that and then we'll use Sufia's. So yeah, this works. Alright. This is going a lot better than the last couple runs. So now our normals will do no damage. However, doesn't really matter here. We're going to get Sufia's ult. We'll get Dark Milim's ult again. We will not get Space Milim's ult. We'll be close, but not quite. And even I don't have enough points to use a charm anyways, so. Pop, 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 pop. And pop, hopefully no counters come in. That was really unfortunate that we got countered twice there. But now we're going to do like 6k a hit, 7k. Yep, alright, that's type advantage. And then he hits Sufia, which is also type advantage, so we're looking good. Alright, so now I kind of want to work on getting Space Milim's ult, of which she has no orbs. So that's cool. Do we attempt to take out Gobta right here? We don't have enough points to use everything. Well, we kind of do. Yeah, we kind of do. We could use the alt buff, and then we could use the alt resistance down again from Raphael. And we can probably get him out. So I think, yeah, that's what we're going to do. Because I'm not too worried about the damage that Rigurd's going to throw out. So let's go ahead and do this. And then we can get another 70% magic buff, so that'll really help. In fact, am I going to need to put the resistance down on you? Milim's going to have Pierce, Ult, and Magic, and she's going to do the same amount of damage because the space buff doesn't affect her, and we know she does about, 90k. I don't think we need to put it on you. I think we're going to put it on you instead. Alright, let's do that, let's do that. And then magic buff. I'm going to pray that this actually kills Gobta, and if it doesn't, I'm going to be supremely sad. AoE, pop, 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 and then we'll send these Sufias just to get ults for her, and then more points and everything. Let's see how this goes. Sufia... Okay, you should be dead. You should be dead. 75k. Alright, good. Get out of here. And then we just have to, survive Rigurd. So hopefully, if I want to get the 10-turn mission, we can get a few more ults here. Sufia will take you out for Milim. Raphael will take you out for Isis, and then we'll have 2 of our orb changers up front. Let's get this active. 14 points. We're only going to be doing 1 damage. Counters is not something I want to see, though. Not something I want to see. His 1 attack per turn is what I want to see. Alright, we'll burn these oranges. That'll get us some ult gauge. Hopefully we get some greens next turn. Perfect. Okay. So let's do that, let's do that. Let's get Milim out of here for Raphael. Do we have the green buff still active for... Yeah, okay. Oh, we need... Oh, we can't, because we don't have enough points to use the orb change for her. Okay. So, that puts a damper on things a little bit. Damn it. Damn. Was I too hasty in using the orb change? No, I wasn't, because we only had 2 blues. Alright, well, let's use Drago, get you out of here. Next turn will be turn 10. Man, if that was just if that was another green, we would be looking real good. Alright, can we kill him with 3 ults? 3 single target ults and 93 skill points, so we have enough for the ult buff. We're gonna pray. We're going to pray dearly. Thankfully, we have an orb for Raphael, so let's use the ult buff. I guess we can use the orb change, and then we'll do this, and hopefully, you know, this gets us the missions. All right, a little bit of heal. So Isis, Millum, Isis, Millum. We'll see. 42k, 69k, and 109. All right, we did it. Turn 10 exactly. 2 4-star units. Full magic team. Finally got that taken care of. Nobody died. So, yes, we have accomplished the goal. Now we just need to beat it 2 more times without anybody dying. So, I mean, the dark team with that hodgepodge of units can definitely do it. But, I mean, Raphael, I guess you don't... Like, his ult debuff is necessary to ensure that you can kill Hakuro. If you don't have access to him, though, you could bring somebody else that could do another kind of support buff. Obviously, you're not critting, so that takes away the hero. You could bring Dark Valentine and get the extra 60% ult gauge, although that would be pretty difficult to do in 5 turns. I'm just not going to lie. Things really have to go your way, and you're going to have to reset a few times before you get the RNG needed to do that. So, I mean, that is probably your next best option as far as support. Who else could you swap out Raphael for? I mean, I guess technically you could bring Fire Millum and seal the crit resistance on them. So, yeah, on everybody. So, I mean, you would be giving crits to everyone, and you would be sealing their crits. So, I mean, that is another option. And that will definitely boost your damage. It won't boost it nearly as much as the 50% ult resist, but it is a possibility. I think we'll end the video here with these 2 teams, because this video is probably already going to be pretty long. And then I'll keep on testing who else can beat EX5, and then I'll make a separate video on more teams that can do it after I have tested. That way I'm not sitting here because it's 10 o'clock at night and I still have one more video to record. So this is a good starter pack for people that have Space 3 and want to do the whole like AoE bullshit. Or you have this team and some semblance of usable units. So let me know what you guys think. If you beat it with something else, let me know so I can test it out tomorrow or the next couple days, please, so we can help out the other players who are struggling on this, because you still have to beat EX3 to get the bingo board done, right? So you want to at least be able to beat EX3. So if there's a team that can at least beat EX3 that wasn't one of these, in the comments. But that's it from me. Take it easy, guys, and I'll see you later. Alright, back on